Morning everyone, I'm Paradis and I'm a music student here at LMH, and I just woke up about half an hour ago, which is rare because I only wake up in the afternoon. It's a bit of a culture shock, but I'm here at breakfast and I'm about to show you what that's like. So this is our breakfast and our lovely breakfast man.
You just say what a great cup.
Morning Liv, how you feeling?
Well rested.
Oh,
Like through my alarm.
a legend, relatable content. Okay, so I just got back from breakfast and this is my room. Parabeast, really embarrassing, let's not talk about that. So, here we are, this is my room at LMH. Here's a little overview and I'll do a little detailed moment in a sec. So when you first walk in, you've got this chest of drawers which is filled to the brim with clothes. And more clothes over here in my wardrobe, and more clothes on this rack. I just brought this with me, just love my clothes really. Over here, got my sink, which is kind of life-changing. It's great, just brush my teeth here, it's really useful. This is my view, a lot of trees, wholesome I think. Next we've got this big desk, which I never use to work because I go to the library, so it's a bit redundant. Usually it's like piled to the top with papers, but I tidied it for today, so yeah, here it is. Next, the pièce de résistance. I've got a Steinway in my room, in my bedroom. It's unbelievable. So if you do music at LMH, you get a piano in your room, which is insane. What? So yeah, love this. So next we've got my notice board, and I wouldn't say I'm an aesthetic girl at all in the slightest, which is problematic at times, but yeah, I've tried, I've made an effort-ish. This is my favourite quote by Amy Winehouse, who's my idol, there she is. Every bad situation is a blue song waiting to happen, I love that. So yeah, on this board, I've got some pictures of friends, family. I've got the Royal College of Music there because I was at the junior department and that was life-changing. Yeah, and that's me playing the recorder because I play the recorder. On that note, just realised you don't know anything about me. So my best instruments are the recorder, the oboe and my voice, and they're what I focus on and they're what I studied at the Royal College of Music. Yeah. So after the board, got these shelves, just with a lot of mugs because I love tea. Some more storage, little sofa, and my bed. Love my bed. Best place in this room for sure. And finally, I've got this other cupboard, which I can't be bothered to open right now. And up there, I've got storage, and also up here, I've got storage. And that's for over the vacations because we need to empty out our room, so I can lock some stuff up there, lock some stuff up there. Yeah, that's my room, and I absolutely love it. When I walked in, I was literally shocked at this archway. It was just so, what? Unbelievable, and obviously love my piano. So yeah, love my room, feel very blessed. Usually now I would probably be off to a lecture, but it's on a module that I'm not taking. So instead I have a tutorial later, which will be with my tutor Joe and the other two first-year music students at LMH, where you're just like discussing what you're doing, analysing your essays that you've done. Until then, I'm just going to chill for a bit in my room. I've got an essay that's due for tomorrow, so going to work on that. I'll show you the library in a sec, because I'm going to study in there a little bit. But I've got some stuff planned for later, so stay tuned, everyone. I'm going to scoot over to the piano for this next section. I'm going to talk about what being a music student at Oxford is like. So whenever I say I'm a music student, obviously people ask me what instruments do you play, but kind of has nothing to do with the actual degree itself. My degree is mostly essay-based. It's quite historically inclined, it's quite analytical. You're looking at the kind of cultural background behind the music you're learning about. So just so you get an idea of the kind of range of things I do, last term we were studying global hip-hop in music and the kind of cultural context within that, which is so interesting if you're into that kind of music and then you get like a deeper level of understanding. Contrastingly, this term we're doing 14th century French music. We're studying Machaut. I was kind of expecting to hate it actually, and it's really interesting. I really enjoyed it. Bizarre, because I'm really into soul music, I'm into R&B. Wasn't expecting to like it, but it's pretty cool. I'm also studying something called Foundations in the Study of Music, and it's really interesting. We're discussing issues within the musical sphere. So for example, we were speaking about why is it that when you say classical music, the only names you hear, Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, for example, they're all white and male. Why is that, and why do they lie above everyone else? And that's the part of the Oxford music course that really appealed to me. I'd say I'm not a stereotypical classical musician. Although I've been classically trained for my whole life, my passion lies in other areas. I mean, my personal statement, for example, I wrote about Aretha Franklin, I wrote about Amy Winehouse, amongst other stuff. I really wasn't putting up a front of, I love Mozart and I live and die for him, because that's not me. And Oxford doesn't mind that, and they embrace it, actually. They embrace other viewpoints. Music at Oxford is a really forward-thinking course, I'd say, and so far I've enjoyed most of it. And I feel really, really blessed to be studying something that I truly love and have a deep passion for. So apparently I've had some divine musical inspiration because I've been writing a song instead of working. Sorry about that. We'll probably work later, maybe. But for now, if you have any questions about Oxford, LMH, Music Oxford, Music at LMH, hit me up and I'll try answer it. My brilliant college granddad Hamid just asked me who my favourite family member is, so I'm going to have to say Hamid on this one. Big shock. If you have no idea what I'm going on about, at college we have college parents, who are people in the year above you who study the same subjects as you, and they're like kind of mentors, I guess you could say. And obviously they have parents as well, which means I have grandparents, and then next year I'm going to have children. And also we have college siblings as well, so I'm just going to be like the crazy aunt next year. It's weird when you're the only one that's feeling, and you try to express your mind with the people watching me burn. So Grace has asked me what A-levels I did. Hi Grace. I did French, English Literature and Music, and in lower sixth I did philosophy before dropping it. They were all interesting subjects, but I hated school because I just knew that I wanted to do music and that I loved music, and everything else felt a bit useless, but yeah. So my next question is, how did your interviews go? So my interview at LMH, I was given a piece of academic text and a piece of score, like music score, to analyse for about 15 minutes without writing on it. And the text was on hermeneutics, which is, I would say, analysing through a contextual viewfinder. And my score was, I think it was a piano trio. It wasn't beyond me. It definitely wasn't easy though. I was thinking pretty hard. And then after that we had a discussion, and I could just tell that the tutors were actually interested in what I was saying. And I came out content. Not sure if I'd gotten in, but just happy, yeah. I just think it's quite important to add that I had a really good time at my interviews, and it was just a really good experience, and I was just talking about something that I loved and that the tutors loved, and I could tell they cared, and I obviously cared. It was just quite nice. I liked it. So I just got the best message possible from someone who's got an offer to study music here at LMH next year. Congratulations and good luck with everything. So he's asked about having an insight into the course. What I'd say is that, so you have lectures a few times a week, which are mostly like to accompany your tutorials, I'd say. And in tutorials you have like a deeper discussion, and you'll have an essay for each tutorial to do. And they're on loads of different topics, and you can also choose at the end of the year what you want to study. You have a choice, it's really flexible. And you can also choose between like performance, composition and other stuff. You have loads of choices throughout. And especially at LMH, everything's really open-minded, nothing's a fact, and the way you view everything will probably change. Like the way you view conventional harmony and stuff like that will change. So yeah, it's really interesting. Well done. I'm just about to go to a welfare committee meeting because I'm first year officer, which means that I plan Freshers Week amongst other stuff, and yeah, I don't know what to expect. I haven't been to one yet, so excited. Just got back to my room after that welfare meeting. It was really interesting. They were kind of like talking about strategies to make sure that all the students are happy and healthy and make sure that everything's okay and everything runs smoothly. So yeah, it's nice to see the dedication that goes behind that. So I'm just walking into my tute now. Hi everyone. So this is Jo, my tutor, very well thank you, and this is Jim and Hanny, the other music students.
Can you think of another approach to musical meaning, Jim? What might be something else that we focus on when we're interpreting music?
Well, there's sort of, I know the books, a lot of the time they speak of sort of composition, performance and analysis, and we've touched on sort of the performance side of it and the listening, but in terms of composition, if you learn about what other people are doing and wider meanings, and we've spoken about sort of socio-political context as well, it might help to inform our position as composers. So it might be quite interesting to see how we adapt and vary what we would write. Bearing in mind we've been influenced, and looking into that sort of discourse as well is I think it's quite interesting. I know that it speaks about that a lot in that book.
How do you grapple with tradition? How do you engage with what people have done before you in your own work?
I think that we have like precedents, and in our techniques course we learn a lot about rules of harmony and things, and I think understanding the rules allows us to then go and break them in certain ways, and take it off on different journeys in our compositions.
So I'm here with my next door neighbour, Millie Jones.
Hello.
She's a second year. So she's sports officer on the JCR, which means she's a legend, and she's been a really good mum to me this term. We love her. We love Millie. His gang, we're going to dinner. Just want to confirm that although I haven't done any work today, it's totally not like me, and it's not in my character. Just to confirm that. Okay, so I'm just walking to my a cappella rehearsal, which is in Christchurch, which is a bit of a trek in the rain. But Chloe has asked me how uni rooms are assigned. So in freshers, it's completely random, and the second and third year you can ballot and you can choose which rooms you want to live in. Hi, so I'm just in Lyon having dinner with my friend Bethy. So in response to a question which asks, do you think that the money you come from and the background that you come from has an effect on your life at Oxford and the way that people treat you and stuff like that and getting in? So definitely doesn't affect getting in at all. Probably affects whether you'll apply or not more, but there's a whole range of people at Oxford and everyone's really, really accepting. And on top of that, LMH has the foundation year. If you need any financial support and all that stuff, LMH can support you. There are bursaries at, I think, most colleges, and obviously you can get a student loan, and most people are on a loan here, and that's completely acceptable and no one judges you, so yeah. Hey, so I'm just in the break of my a cappella right now, but Rebecca's asked, so she's got an offer, congratulations firstly, to do languages at Lincoln, but loves music and is wondering how much there is to do for extracurricular, and there is so much. So I don't actually do that much music within my college. I mean, here I am doing some extracurricular, I'm doing a cappella. There are so many orchestras, there are so many really, really cool jazz bands that I want to be a part of next year for sure, with like parts for voice and parts for loads of instruments. Funk bands, there's literally everything, so much, it's there. So yeah, so much to do. Congratulations and good luck. Oh yeah, she's a killer queen. Gunpowder, dynamite, and a laser beam. Recommended at the price of an appetite. Guaranteed to find lines in a class of rise. Killer queen. Gunpowder, gelatine. Dynamite with a laser beam. Guaranteed to blow your mind. What grades I got in my A-levels by Pocky. I got A star in music, A in French and an A in English lit, and I needed 3 A's, so yeah. So good night from Toynbee, from Ryan, to Millie and Emma and this big boy. We love you, thank you for listening to my antics today. Bye.